What is up, you guys, and welcome back to this week's edition of CWL Discord Weekly. Let's see what the CWL superstars are up to this week as we get ready for this latest edition of Vindication and Nemesis. We still haven't heard or seen from the Black Rose until this week due to her suspension. You had a minute to see her disturbing message to the CWL officials, you'd know that she's going through some dark stuff. Not as a competitor, but as a person. We are here at CWL, wish her nothing but the best. But rules are rules. Her suspension will stay until further notice. Tomorrow night, we finally get to see Greetery in action, and it will be against none other than the pitbull of the FFF, Flapjack Carter. Will the self-proclaimed new pride of Mexico be able to deliver? Zistro has been attempting his best to reclaim his glory of earlier in the season, and this week, he has set his eyes on Pistolero. Although we haven't heard from the former #1 contender, will this be enough to draw him out? The Siberian Iceman is waiting for an answer. Danielle gets another shot at Yui Nishimura tomorrow night at Vindication. But what else does she bring to the table that can secure her another win? We're gonna figure out tomorrow, but Danielle has said one thing is going to be different tomorrow. No mercy. The tag team champions did it! They managed to retain the tag team championships and fend off the Sons of Fenrir. In what looked like to be a confident interview with Mr. Porter after the match, Nitro said that Anarchy Inc. is ready for the next contenders, whoever that might be. The match at Global Warning, which was supposed to close out this heated rivalry, ended in disqualification. The fans in attendance were incredibly disappointed, but the heinous attack from Starjammer LLC afterwards was on another level. We all saw the tweet. Jake Eagle will be absent from TV until further evaluation. We hope nothing but the best for Mr. Eagle. The giant she-monster is on Nemesis. Adisa put on one hell of a fight, but the former queen of Genesis is just a huge brute. She put away Adisa with ease, and with that, she got herself a golden ticket and a look from a very influential person, Alex Mercer. Will he be able to raise her stock just like he did Jada King's? It looks like FJA did indeed get the job done. Even though he was unsuccessful in capturing the win at Global Warning, he did manage to convince Brian to re-sign with the CWL. He'll be taking a bit of a break, but one thing is for certain. We can't wait to have Brian back in the roster soon. Due to legal obligations, we are only allowed to say this following statement. Starjammer LLC is not liable for any damages to Jake Eagle due to the use of any baseball bats. It seems that Cassidy Clark has taken a special interest in Callie Kaplan. She has begun training Callie Kaplan, and if we know anything about Cassidy, this training could go south very, very fast. All we ask Kaplan is that you are very, very careful.
This is it. The prophecy I have said since day one that Jada King arrived, that she would be the face of the CWL. No one wanted to believe me. They all thought that Jada King was nothing but a passable wrestler, nothing special. But she proved her worth time and time again. She proved it with one of the best win-loss records in Genesis, going undefeated when there were no screwy officiating or stipulations. Nothing but greatness, but no one wanted to hear it. They were too focused on others who were decent, but not Jada King's equals. But on the birthday of one of the greats, Muhammad Ali, she cashed her ticket and became the #1 contender for the very championship she holds now. From the second the bell rang, she was dominant in the match, causing the former champion to quickly try to escape her wrath, because she knew the only way the match would end. She knew it, but she didn't want to believe it. This is something I'm sure Jada King will remember forever. Even though her moment was spoiled by some commentators fitty with a wisp. That was not a match, it was a statement. The statement being she took out a champion in just 4 minutes and 3 seconds, which means Quinn Edwards can't even last 5 minutes with your new Nemesis Women's Champion. And while I'm here and the times are good, why not just say some more good messages? Alex Mercer is now the manager of the one and only Sheila. The former Genesis Women's Champion is now rubbing elbows with a man who is so good in the mic they should call him Mike Tyson. You all should get a good look at this image, because this is how a champion should look. Anyone stupid enough to challenge Jada King should know she's not so good with giving things up. I have been Alex Mercer, and you have been warned.
The Gluttony Sinner seems ready to reprove himself to Ken Warlock after his momentous win against Zach Anderson at Global Warning, if you want to call that a win. Will the addition of Zach Anderson to the Fatal Vices be what kickstarts Raymondo's career back up? Her and Selena just do not get along. Valkyrie still won at Global Warning, and it seems that tomorrow we are going to finally have the collision happen between the two. Valkyrie and Selena is official for tomorrow night.
I told you that Zach would join us, yet you didn't believe me. But ultimately, Zach was just the first of the acolytes of sin. You see, I have an influence over people that you can't even begin to comprehend. I'm capable of things that you would never understand. And this is just the start. In the coming weeks, you will see just what the Fatal Vices are truly capable of.
Alex Clark seems to not be okay with Zach Anderson's vow of silence after he was defeated by Ken Warlock at Global Warning. We know they are old friends, so this has got to cut a little deep for him. According to a press conference held by Raymondo and Zach Anderson, Zach is going to be teaming up with Raymondo in the new trajectory. But with this vow of silence, is this the real Zach Anderson we're seeing? Thank you guys so much for joining me on this week's edition of CWL Discord Weekly. Don't forget to hit that follow button on Twitch to get notified when we go live, and go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe on YouTube as well to stay up to date on everything that happens here in the CWL universe. Bye guys!